Welcome back to my channel, and today we will be going through some of the makeup I have been trying out recently in January and February and doing sort of mini reviews of those products. So I know this is like, I have been pushing off this video a long time and there's been like other videos that I have liked doing more, but I thought that it might be finally do a sort of collective review video of makeup products that I have been trying in January, February. If they're like, there aren't like all the products aren't here, so for example, there are like, for example, from the P. Louise products that I ordered at the end of last year, those have their sort of own collective review video, so that is and also a couple of palettes aren't included here, so mainly the Ensler Rain and the Unearthly palettes, they have own review videos, so that's why they aren't included. But there's still like quite a lot that we're going through, so I think as with the previous videos that I have made like this type of videos, first I will be going through the base products, then they will go through cheek products, and then there will be lips, and then lastly we will go through like eye type of products. So I have one mascara and then there are a couple of palettes. So first the base product. So I actually have two, and now I have my sort of makeup basket in my side, and we will go into these two. So first one, this is actually the foundation that I have been wearing now for, I think, from the end of, I'd say already from the midway January. So this is the Loreal True Match foundation, and this is by no means a new foundation. So this is, I think, already quite a classic in their line. I wanted to try this because I did want to see that is there sort of a nice medium coverage foundation that would fit maybe someone's skin who's in their 30s, maybe a bit more than some of the more heavier foundations that have been launching on the market. I'd say I do like this quite a lot. So my shade is the 1R1C. So this is the cool toned shade from the sort of lighter shades. I think the shade match is quite good for the coverage that I like. So for me, I need my foundation to be a good medium coverage foundation. You can build this to that, as you can see, but with this one I do feel, because I do have a bit of an sort of an skin that leans towards a bit oily, I do have to powder this a bit to get it to stay, sort of have the durability that I want. But if you, I think, are looking for good light medium coverage foundation that's not too heavy and that is more like hydrating side, I do think this is a very nice foundation, and even a bit more oilier skin you can make this work if you use powder on it. I do say that if you are someone like me who uses this to a medium coverage, then you will run out of this quite quickly. So I think I have had this like now, maybe like not for a month, but maybe like 3 weeks or so now, and I can already see, like, it doesn't show up in the camera, but I can see against the sort of light that I have already gone through quite a lot of this. So if you need like only maybe a lighter coverage, then you can get this get this one bottle to last quite long. But if you are someone who needs a medium coverage out of this one, then be prepared that you will be using this up quite quickly. But altogether, a product that I would give a positive review. I have liked the finish of the foundation and the durability of it a lot. Then there's the True Match concealer. So I know in the US they have at least released a new concealer in this line. So this is the sort of original concealer in the line, and again, this is 1RC, so this is the cool toned lighter shade in the concealer. For me, while the finish of the concealer is quite nice, it's not too, I'd say, it is more sort of an hydrating concealer, but it is a lighter coverage concealer. So unfortunately, because I do have a bit of darker under eyes, this doesn't offer the like full coverage that, even though I have layered this, I do feel that even with layering, this doesn't give the full coverage that I would like it to have. But if you're someone who likes a lighter coverage concealer, maybe needs more sort of brightening under eyes, and if you have particularly dry under eyes, then this could be a good option. But unfortunately for my needs, this is something that I won't be rebuying. So I say altogether, like, the foundation a hit, the concealer not so much, and I would be interested that if the sort of serum concealer that they released recently in North America, that when that becomes available here in Europe, so if that has maybe a bit more coverage to it, then could that be maybe a better match, at least for my makeup preferences. So next some blushes, and there's been, again, which seems to be an ongoing trend, quite a lot of those. So first one, I'm gonna actually say that in terms of blushes, I think those are the winners of these videos. I have been liking from all of these. First one, so I finally was able to, our Revolution retailer finally got these matte blush ones that Revolution Pro came out with the end of last year. I actually also bought this at the end of last year, but it has taken some time for me to test these out. So these are the Revolution Pro matte blush ones in the shade Stripped, which is the pink one, and Seduction, which is the berry one. And this is another very good formula from Makeup Revolution. I really think they are on a roll in terms of their cheek products. Compared to, for example, the matte mousse blushes that I was also a fan of, these aren't perhaps as heavy duty immediately compared to those ones. So with these ones, I'd say that there is some blendability and you have some more working space with them, but these still dry down matte. You will be able to, if you want these to be very pigmented, you are able to do that with this. And actually with this one, especially if you're someone like me who has a fair skin tone, with this one really use a lighter hand. But for example with this pink one, if you want a very sheer wash of color, it's possible, but if you want something a bit more punchy, it is possible. Also the durability of these, nothing to complain about. These last almost, again, better than some of my powder blushes. And if you're looking for like good, these sort of like good wand type of liquid blushes from the drugstore, then these are very good option that I would recommend. I'm gonna actually see if I can do some swatches on camera, because I do know that might be. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so the berry shade, unfortunately, I did overdo it a bit, so when you're looking at the back palm of my hand, so that's why there's quite a lot of it. So as you can see, very sort of, I'd say both of them are nice shades, and the berry shade, because I unfortunately got a lot of it to my hand, it looks like it's very dark, but you are able to also make this look nice on a more fair skin. But yeah, those were the sort of Revolution products that I had for this section. So the second blush, which was a hit for me, and this is actually a relatively new one. So this is the, what is this? Blush Affair liquid blushes, and these are from Catrice's 2024 spring edit. So these are now available in Europe. These aren't, I think, unfortunately, available in US or in Canada. I think these will be available in North America probably somewhere around fall time, because it seems that Catrice has almost like a half a year gap when they bring stuff into the US, but in Europe these are available. And I was a bit skeptic from these at first, because it actually says in the packaging shake well, and I was like thinking that is this gonna be one of those like Benetint cases where it's like very thin liquid formula that dries down immediately and you don't have any blending time, but I was luckily wrong. So I have the shade 04, which was the Velvet Rose shade, and this is again very it's a very beautiful shade, and this is a very beautiful formula altogether. This is especially if you don't want a super immediately, like if you want a more glowier blush that still dries down. So this will give you the sort of, I think, more glowy effect. It isn't like glittery like some of the, like for example if you have the Charlotte Tilbury like or the original Pillow Talk ones and those, because those had been shimmer in them. These don't have shimmer in the formula, but this gives a very beautiful like glowy, dried down glowy effect to your cheeks. And working with this formula has been like, I'd say, very effortless. I have used brushes with the formula, and if you want it to be more sheer, then I would maybe use a sponge to them, but I do think that these have, at least for me so far, worked best with the brushes. I have been like really having to stop myself from getting more shades, because I have like there are like too many blushes that I already have, and also I know that Essence's spring edit, which probably will become available in our stores like pretty soon, those also have some blush products that I want to try. So I have really been like having to put effort in not not buying more shades of this, because I do think that especially in terms of the formula, this is for the drugstore, like especially if you live in Europe and Catrice is easily available, you can't beat this. Like, and the price of this was like, granted the tube isn't too big, the Catrice was, the price of the Catrice blush was $5.79, so that's like very affordable, and so, and if you are in market for a few shades, like you could still get quite many shades, and quite many shades for quite a bit of money. So yeah, altogether I'd say like both the Revolution and Catrice liquid cheek products have been a hit and a recommendation if you're looking for good affordable liquid blushes from the drugstore. So then to the lips, and unfortunately with lips we didn't have so many winners. So firstly, a product that I have already decluttered, and you will be seeing an image of it because I have already thrown away the packaging. So along with the blush ones, I did buy, from the Revolution blush ones, I did buy the Revolution Pro Iconic Lip Edit in the color strip. So this was a lip combo or trio, so there was a liquid lipsticks, there was a lip liner, and then there was a stuff or something that you, I think, were supposed to put on your lips, that you put on over the like liquid lip, and it was supposed to make it last longer. And I'd say this was like one of the probably worst lip products that I tried at the, like from the end of last year. The lip liner, for example, was like, I really had to press and press and press for it to show up. It felt like the formula almost like felt waxy, and it didn't like stick to your lips, and which was very surprising because I have tried Revolutions, like their staple line lip liners. I also have a retractable lip liner from their Marilyn Monroe collection, which is like the only red lip liner that I have. And generally their lip liners have been pretty good quality for drugstore, so I don't know what happened with the lip pencil in this trio. And then also the liquid lipstick, I felt that I really had to go through to the tube again and again, like stick the applicator and try to get some color, but unfortunately for some reason the applicator only got very little color at one time, which made getting an even spread to your lips very difficult. And I also didn't feel that the sort of additional product that you were like you applied on top of it to make the liquid lipstick last longer, I don't think it worked that well. So that was something that I tried it. I did try it in my makeup rotation for 2 weeks, and after that I said to myself that this is just going to get decluttered because I have so many other lip products that I actually do like to use and actually work. So that was something that I would not, if you see this on Revolution's website on their retailer and you're thinking that if this is a lip trio that you would buy, I wouldn't recommend it. Then to the, I think, 2 Catrice lip products that I have been, like new products that I've been testing out, and one of these have been a hit and one not so much. So from the Catrice Spring Edit I also did get these ones, so these are the Tarte dupes, and these are called the Melt and Shine lip balms. So first difference that you should know from the Tarte, because I actually own the one of Maracuja lip, like the lip glosses. These are truly not glosses but balms, so there is very little, so I had to press quite hard to get like any color to show up on the palm of my hand, and there isn't like a lot of, and this is one of the like this is in the shade Sea-cret, and this is like one of the darker shades on the bunch, and there really isn't that much color coming off, so that's the first one. First, like perhaps downside of this one, because if I just want a sheer like lip balm, then I can just buy a sheer lip balm, so I expect that there would be more punch in this one in terms of color. Second reason why I don't like this is that this is, you really have to press this quite hard to your lips to get sort of any kind of color payoff from this one. So this isn't like, even it's called like a melting formula, it doesn't like actually feel that it melts on your lips. So this is a product that I will be able to use this up, because you really have to apply quite a lot of this to sort of have that feeling that you have anything on your lips. But other than that, this is going to be like, when I'm gonna use it up, I'm gonna throw this away. I'm not gonna buy more of these. But the hit of we had one winner in the lip product. So this is the Shine Balm Lip Lacquers, and my shade, I'm actually wearing this right now, so this is the product that I have on my lips, and this was the shade, why are the shade names always so hard to find with these one? Pinky Promise. And I have been a bit skeptic about these lip lacquer products. I know Maybelline was a brand that first, I think, was a first like mainstream brand in sort of like Western markets that came out with a big line of lip lacquers. But I was sort of like a bit maybe doubtful about these because I was thinking that it's like shiny, but it's supposed to like still stick to your lips, and I was just like a bit unsure like what type of product it is. But if you give this a sufficient amount of dry out time after you apply this, so I would give this a bit like longer time to like settle onto your lips. But when this dries down, it does keep a bit of shine to your lip. It's not gonna be like a super shiny like a lip gloss, but it will give some shine to your lips, but this will actually stay on your lips quite well. It's not a full-on matte liquid lipstick, so this isn't gonna be something that will last you the whole day, but for example, there's a water glass that I've been like sipping in between filming, and you really don't see any trace of it in the rim of the like glass. I would agree, if you eat super greasy food, then this is gonna come off, but that's also the case with liquid lipstick if you eat anything like super oily or greasy. But this is much more, I'd say, more comfortable. So if you have been looking good in between products, between a liquid lipstick and something that gives a bit of shine but still has quite a lot of lasting power, then I would recommend these like 100%. And for example, I was very afraid that, oh, this sort of very bright pink color, is it gonna be like all over my face at some point or something, but no. And also something that I was a bit afraid that, is this gonna wear off patchy? This wears off very nicely. So like I said, this isn't gonna be like staying through the whole day. It is going to like wear off like more like slowly, but the wear of it isn't like patchy or anything, so you don't even in a bright color like this one. So from the lip products, the Catrice lip lacquer, these are great. By these, the Melting Lip Balm or the Revolution like matte liquid lipstick trio, don't buy those. So next let's get to the eye products. So I have one mascara that I wanted to discuss about, and you will see again soon a picture somewhere because I have used this up. So Essence Lash like a Boss mascara. This was a new to me Essence mascara, however this I don't think it was super new in terms of Essence like line of products. I'd say from the Essence mascaras we all, like I've said, the Essence Lash Princess in the green tube is my all-time favorite mascara because I think that gives you volume, it gives you length, it makes you lashes separated, it's awesome. This one I'd say, like if I would have to rate it from 1 to 5 stars, I would give it 3.5 1. And the reason why I would only give it like 3.5, well, I do think that the mascara, it did give me length and it did give me like separation. I didn't feel that it gave me like volume, which I also do need to my lashes. And the second reason was that it had this sort of like, you will see it in the picture, but the wand is sort of like bent like bit on the like middle. So the wand was a bit too, it was I think a bit too like, I don't know, was it like too big for my eye shape? Because I felt that with the wand I always had even though I tried to be very careful with it, I still found like after applying I need to fix my eyeshadow, because the wand for some reason very easily you ended up having products on your sort of lid space, because the wand size I think it was just a bit too, somehow it was just too big. So this could be more of an eye shape issue rather than actually that for someone else with another type of eye shape, then this could be actually a very good one. So yeah, the formula was also I think quite nice. It was the better Essence mascara formula. So I think if you're looking for a mascara that gives you a lot of like length and separation, and if you don't have super small eye shape, then this could be a good mascara. But this wasn't like, I'd say, not like one of my favorite Essence mascara, but it also like hasn't been like the worst mascaras that I have tried. And the last part, which are the eyeshadow palettes, which are usually the exciting ones. So as I said, there are a few eyeshadow palettes that are not included here because I have put those in an individual review video. So the Dreamer palette from Unlikely Cosmetics and the Ensler Rain Harvest Moon, so those have their individual videos on my channel. But regarding the palettes that are included, this one, so let's first take this one. So this is the Dior Backstage Smoky Essentials. So this was Dior's Backstage palette release for the, I don't know, is this like beginning of the year? Will they bring out more during the springtime? I don't know what's like usually Dior's like schedule for these ones. But This one, it's not as, I'd say, punchy as the Silver Essentials, which had a lot of contrasting like dark, and then there were very like bright silver shades. So this is kind of more muted sort of color story, but muted doesn't mean that the quality would be bad. I actually like the quality of this. I think the quality in terms of buildability of the shadows, how they wear out during the daytime, this has the same very good wear time as the sort of Silver Essential palette had that I praised it for like the last year. What kind of looks you will create with this one? You will create some sort of a more sort of muted bronzy or muted sort of reddish movie look with this one. You have like 2 darker shades here, so you can actually get quite smoky with this one. The price of this has gone up a little bit, so this was 57 euros. I think I paid 54 from the Smoky Essentials, so there's a 3 euro price hike, which, yeah, what else is new at this time? And unlike the Silver Essentials one, this doesn't have, like the Silver Essential had one more like one sparklier shade. These are all like, I think, satin shades, so that is something to consider. But overall, if this is the type of color story you like, and if you have liked the backstage like quality of eyeshadow, then I can recommend this, because like I said, the durability of this was very good as with the Silver Essentials palette. And I did like the sort of like reddish bronzer looks that you could create this one. And also, just like with the Silver Essentials one, these dark looking 2 shades in here, you can blend them. They aren't like these sort of blacks that once you apply them that they are stuck to your lids, but you will be able to actually like if you are sort of beginner with eyeshadow or you have hard time usually with black shadows, you are able to like blend them easily and still create a nice smoky eye look. But yeah, this one recommendation if you like the color story and you know that you like the formula. Then we have in drugstore 2 drugstore palettes. So MUA Makeup Academy, and this is by no means a new one, it's just new to me. So this is called the Soft Nudes, and we all know that the palette, actually I have it in here, let's see, this one was the Blush Nudes. So we all know that the Blush Nude palette was it was like my ultimate drugstore palette from last year. So I wanted to try out more of these sort of palettes in this format, and I bought the Soft Nudes one. And I think I did discuss this I have had this in one video where I talked about this, but regarding the formula, the matte formula is the same excellent matte formula as was with the Blush Nudes palette. The shimmers are very good and impactful, but they are more sort of like if you like your metallic shimmers. So the Soft Nudes had these sort of very sparkly, shiny shimmers, and this has more like traditional metallic shimmers, but nevertheless they are very impactful. So I can just do a few hand swatches to sort of that you might get the idea what I'm talking about. But as you can see, very impactful and very good quality, and for the price of these, I think this one, I'm not gonna actually have to see my notes, how much did the MUA palette cost? Yeah, it was like 6 euros and 95 cents, so I think for 6 euros 95 cents like this, this quality is like very hard to beat, and I have had like mid-range and higher-end eyeshadow palettes that have had worst formula. The packaging again is this very cheap plastic packaging, but nevertheless this is a very good recommendation from the drugstore if the brand is easily accessible to you, and if you're looking for a good neutral palette with very like impactful metallic shimmers, then a recommendation. Then perhaps the only palette that I was not so impressed with, but hear me out first. So this is the Blooming Blaze palette, and this was one of the 3 palettes that Catrice came out with in their like spring edit launched this year. So on the fall edit launch in 2023, they didn't bring out these bigger palettes, and we were kind of thinking that what are they gonna do with the Pro Slim palettes that they have previously come out with during their launches. And these are now just called Slim palettes, so they have dropped the Pro name out. And I have few like YouTube shorts with this one, and I have a swatch video of this one. How should I say? I think the quality of these is still good, but what I didn't like about this was that these have had a price hike in them, and I don't feel, because I have this sort of, I'm actually now gonna say that the price hike like hasn't been like horrendous, like I'm gonna just put that out there, but I paid 11.59 euros, and granted it's a drugstore palette, and 11.59 it's still drugstore price. But the Pro Slim palette, which this is the one that I got from their Pro Slim line on their last spring launch, which was the previous launch before this spring's launch, that they brought these bigger like palettes, because as I said on the fall launch last year they didn't bring these out. And from this one I checked it and the price was 9.27. So I don't feel that, how should I say, I don't feel that the quality of this one has improved enough that they would have like raised the prices compared to this one. Because while the shades are good, they are like, the shimmers are quite nice, but they aren't like, they aren't that much nicer. And the matte shades are, again, they are very good. They are like the better drugstore quality, at least what is like available to me. But again, if I would, for example, have to compare to the matte formula of the MUA palettes, they aren't like almost 12 euros like worth better. And with the shimmer formula, I again feel that there isn't like that much improvement again to the, I'm gonna have to now see which was Blushing Ocean, which was the like previous Pro Slim palette that I have bought from the brand. So, and I also don't like this, like, I don't know that did they put the see-through window because they don't want to like put testers in stores or something, but I feel that this has actually cheapened the quality of the palettes. I would have just wanted them to stuck into at least having like a whole cardboard here, because this plastic window like makes it even cheaper. But yeah, so overall with the eyeshadow palettes, the Dior one and MUA one were a success, and the Catrice one, I do like the color story and the quality is decent, but I'm not that happy about the price hike of the palettes, because I don't think there has been like that much improvement in the formula. So those were all the sort of makeup products that newer makeup products that I wanted to talk about and sort of give my opinion about them. Comment down below if you have been trying out any of these products, then how did you like them. If you want to see more videos from me, then like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to get notifications from my future videos, then ring the bell button. You can also find me on Instagram with the nickname Makeup Hedgehog. I hope I will be seeing you again soon in another video. Bye bye!